Not far away, Joseph, who runs the YouTube channel 5050 Fishing, dedicated to fishing content, happened to be out on the Ohio River that same day when his line caught on something that didn't feel right.
No, it's like a stick or something. I thought that was a fish at first. That was weird. What, is this a fish? This is feeling weird. What the hell is that? What am I looking at right now? Bro. Why does that look like a hand? Did I just snag a fucking hand? Holy shit. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do right now. They've actually found a body over here before. I just found a bloody hand. There's fish jumping too. It's got like duct tape or something on it. This has gotta be fake. Oh my god, it's heavy too. Like, why the hell is it so heavy? I don't know what to do here. I don't know if I should cut my line. I don't know if I should call somebody. Why is there duct tape on it? I'm hoping this is fake. It is about Halloween. It is about Halloween time. I am hoping this is fake. Why is this so... Oh, it looks like there's a bone in it. Oh my... This might actually be freaking real. Oh my god. I can see fingernails. I can see freaking fingernails. Is this thing real? I don't even know what to do right now. I just caught a hand.
What he pulled up left him stunned. It appeared to be a severed human hand bound in duct tape. Not knowing whether he was looking at something real, he slowly reeled it in, steeling himself for what he might find. The hand was unsettlingly realistic in appearance, but it turned out to be nothing more than a convincingly crafted rubber prop. With a wave of relief washing over him, Joseph returned to his fishing, knowing full well this would go down as one of the most bizarre and unforgettable moments of his entire life. Sarah Bren had cast her line from a modest dock out in Myrtle Beach, and before long she'd snagged a 5-pound channel bass. What should have been a straightforward catch, however, quickly turned into something far more frantic.
Oh, he's got no line.
Oh, shit! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, is it on my pole?
It's on mine! It's on mine! Get it!
Shit, it's
Son
a
of a
shark!
bitch! It's a shark!
It's a shark! A shark! It's a big ass shark!
It's on your pole, baby. Keep reeling. Keep reeling.
Oh, God.
Oh, I got that on camera!
Did you have it on camera?
On camera! Woo!
God, it's
Oh.
so alive.
You should have seen that shark! Oh!
Shit. Oh, God, I'm shaking.
Okay. Woo!
It broke the damn
Woo!
knees.
Oh, gosh! Hey, Bobby!
A lone fisherman was out on the open water, navigating his kayak through the middle of the ocean, when out of nowhere, things took a wild turn. A shark came charging straight into the rear of his kayak with full force, and his response, remarkably composed, as though this kind of thing was practically routine for him. The kayak rocked and swayed, but somehow managed to stay upright. The next spine-tingling clip comes from Nomadic Kayak Fishing, a YouTube channel focused on solo kayak expeditions and hardcore fishing along the wild shores of New Zealand. It's May 26th, 2025, and a man named Matt heads out alone into the Bay of Plenty, a winter favorite for snapper and kingfish. The sea looks peaceful, yet beneath those glassy waters, unseen threats are always lurking. At first it appears to be just another kingfish on the hook, until the rod bends with terrifying intensity. Matt scrambles to keep the kayak stable as something enormous below thrashes with brutal force. There's a king on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, let's not get a repeat. Uh-oh, something's happening. Oh, he just got smoked by a shark. Oh, yep. Okay, bugger. Well, there was another king down there, but That took about 3 seconds before he got eaten. Yep, big shark's got this guy in his mouth. Big old shark. Big old shark, that took like 3 seconds. You never know, the shark might let it go. We might get a head back. We might. I don't know if we're going to though. Feels like the shark's got a real good hold of him. Oh no. Come on, let it go. He dropped it then and then grabbed it again. Come on, Mr. Shark, give me the head back. If I get the head back, at least I can get some meat off it. Oh, shark's getting very angry. Come on, give me the head back. Give me the head back, you dog. Come on. Come on, give me the head back. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Damn it, he got grabbed again. Come on, give me the head back. This is gonna get real ugly, isn't it? Oh, shit. Holy smoke!
Then the truth comes into focus. A huge shark has seized his catch. Its dorsal fin slices through the surface as it hauls the fish down into the deep, sending shockwaves through the kayak with every powerful surge. Matt fights to get his line back, but the animal's strength is simply too much, each passing second hammering home just how vulnerable a solo kayaker really is out there. The water erupts into mayhem as additional sharks move in, circling and ripping apart what's left of the kingfish.
I surrender! I'm good with that. I am good with that. Those guys were fired the hell up. I could, oh, she's still here. Bugger off. Oi, get out of it, you dogs. Oi, there's no more fish here. I see more. There's more of them. That was so hectic. Bruv. Too many sharks for me. I nearly got the head back, like I could see the head coming up. I think the only reason that one of the sharks had let the head go was because there was probably 7 or 8 other sharks trying to rip it out of its mouth. And that head was big. That was a big head. Like, that was a big kingy. A big kingy.
Matt recognizes he can't afford to linger. One wrong move and the kayak flips. He retreats from the reef, paddling hard with his gaze fixed on the predators churning the water behind him. Eventually things settle and Matt makes it back to safety. But the image of that shark's sheer power, the frenzy at the reef, and how fast the bay transformed into a feeding ground stays with him. Out in the wild, even the most tranquil stretch of water can turn dangerous without warning. For someone like Matt, making it home isn't just about being skilled, it's about respecting every single moment out there. IT is a guy whose entire channel revolves around fishing, and if you've spent any time watching his content, you've probably wondered how he consistently pulls in such massive catches. Trust me, I've thought the same thing. On this particular occasion, he was out rock fishing alongside some friends, but what should have been a relaxed day on the water turned into something genuinely terrifying. What began as a routine trip nearly ended in tragedy. I'm putting this out there for educational reasons, particularly for anyone who's just getting into fishing. Consider it a masterclass in what you should absolutely avoid doing when you find yourself in a situation like this. See for yourself what unfolded.
I don't reckon you're getting it. Wait, I'm putting on a... What's it called? Oi, don't! He's in the water, bro! Oi, Reed! Dude, just try to swim towards us, bro. Oi. Chuck us a pole. Oi, you just be on wave watch. Oi, hold that. Go, just climb yourself up. Oh! Oi. Dude. Oi, big one. You're gonna have to come up, dude. Try come up. Hold that. Oh, dude, you're gonna have to cut yourself. It's all good, don't worry about the rod. It's just... Here, hold this. Go, climb. Alright, try get a foot grip.
It appeared for a moment like rescue was right around the corner, but by then every single one of them had stepped straight into harm's way.
Boy, go. Start coming up. Oh, I got you. Sam, bro. Dude. Grab rod. Holy. Just don't panic. Oi. Just come this way. Dude! Come up here. Oi, you're gonna need to come this way, man. Reed, come this way. Swim out here. Just swim out here, man. Sam, get ready. Just swim up. I reckon just try climb the rocks. Here, you're up, yup. Go. Just start climbing, just, you gotta swim this way. Oi, just stay calm. Just stay calm, that's all you can do. Just stay calm. Oi, start swimming in a bit. You can't. He's just getting... We can't jump in, because if we jump in, we're all... Oi, this is... Go grab it. Go back. Huh? Go back. Go, get good footing. Just hold on to this and let it ground you. Go, stand on that. Go. Oi, dude. Just go, stand. Have a quick, have a climb. Holy
Get up.
Get up. Holy can't. Come here, brother. Holy God.
Now those are genuine friends, the type you hope are standing beside you when everything goes sideways. They put their own safety on the line to pull their buddy out, and that's not something most people would actually do. One of them came dangerously close to getting dragged in by the wave himself, and the whole clip is a stark reminder of just how unforgiving powerful surf can be. If you're standing there thinking the water can't reach you, think again. The impact it carries is absolutely brutal, far beyond what anyone anticipates. Fortunately, they got their friend out. He came away with some nasty cuts and bruises, but he made it out alive, and that's what matters. I'll also say I was genuinely impressed by his physical condition. Fighting back to shore through that kind of pain is no small feat, but that's what adrenaline does to you. It's this wild, hardwired survival mechanism we're all carrying around. I just wish we had an on switch for it whenever we needed it most. It started out as just another peaceful afternoon by the water, until the man felt a tug on his line like nothing he'd ever experienced. His rod curved dramatically, groaning under the strain. Then the surface broke, and an enormous form rose into view. Nothing but its gaping, shadowy mouth was visible. The second the rod gave way, panic set in and he released his grip. Left standing there in stunned silence, it dawned on him that this quiet stretch of river might be hiding something that goes far beyond his. A crew of fishermen worked in unison, straining to pull in an enormous catch that had taken their line while they were well offshore. After an exhausting battle, they finally wore the fish down, and it looked like the hard work was about to pay off. What they didn't realize was that something else had been eyeing the situation.
Hey, let go!
Without warning, a massive shark launched itself out of the water and effortlessly claimed their prize catch in a single strike. Great white sharks are capable of growing to nearly 20 feet in length, with certain individuals documented at over 6 meters. Luckily for the crew, the shark's focus was entirely on the fish rather than on limits. Two friends set out across the open ocean aboard their fishing boat. Geared up and ready to go, they cast their lines without hesitation, eager to pull something in. And eventually, they do. Though what surfaces is nothing like what they were expecting.
What the hell?
The creature writhes and twists as it hangs from the hook, its rough, textured exterior looking almost identical to a moss-covered rock. Those jagged, bristling fins spreading outward suggest something potentially venomous lurking beneath the surface. There's a chance this could be a stonefish, arguably one of the deadliest fish on the planet, but out here, in these particular waters, almost anything could be swimming beneath you.
It's like a lizardfish on steroids or something.
Ultimately, they made the call to release the creature back into the deep, but one question still lingered. What exactly had they just pulled up? This one comes out of Indonesia, and honestly, it's the kind of thing that'll stick with you long after you've seen it.
Nightmare fuel.
A group of locals was out on a small boat, drifting along a calm stretch of river when the water suddenly began to disturb. Something enormous was moving just beneath the surface. Then, slowly, a head emerged, followed by what looked unmistakably like a human hand, reaching out toward a bottle floating nearby. Nobody on that boat could move. Whatever it was, it didn't resemble any known animal, and it certainly didn't behave like one. Ever since that day, the people living in that area speak about the river like something dark has claimed it. Some believe it's a cryptid lurking in the depths, others are convinced it's a mermaid. But there's one thing everyone agrees on. Once the sun goes down, nobody out there has had the nerve to go. In July 2022, YouTuber Brad Jigmaster set out for a catfishing trip, only for his throw net to snag on something beneath the surface almost immediately.
I knew today would be one of those days, but it was going to be one of those days. Old B-Rare didn't know he was going to be in for a big surprise. Looking back at it now, I guess I was put there for a reason. Everything started going bad. I was going to do some catfishing, but my throat net got stuck in the water. There goes $20. I'm getting another one. It's cool. So I figured I'd do a little bass fishing. You know, get my feet wet. You see my little feet now, they dangling. But anyhow, stay in the video, watch a little bit with me, and I'll narrate a little bit more later.
Then came the moment that changed everything. A man floating in the water, just there, motionless. The shock hit hard, trying to process what was actually being seen.
Okay, now you see me, I turned around, I'm going a different route. But if you look to the left of the screen, just look at the left of the screen. Did you see it? You see my head? I am fucked up right now in the head. Do you hear me? I'm fucked up. I had to whip out my camera because nobody would believe me. What if my film on her was not recording? I didn't know, you know what I mean? So yeah, what you saw was a man floating in the water. There goes my fishing trip. And that sounds selfish, I know, but I'm fucked up, man. Okay? I'm really fucked up. But anyhow, at this point, get ready to call the popos, and I realize I need to get out of this water and do that before I drop my phone. So I had to dually on back by this guy and get another look at him, which fucked me up some more. You know, I didn't want to hit him with my pedal, so I stopped for a second. That's how close I was. So I'm like, fuck, man, I'm tripping balls right now. Y'all don't even know it. I'm running to the water. I mean, I'm running to the land. I'm nervous. Just looking at it kind of fucked me up still. But anyhow, I made it to land, got up out of that thing quick as I could. And, fast forward. Let's go. Oh my goodness.
There are days when you head out to the water expecting nothing but peace and quiet, and instead you end up stumbling across something that lingers in your mind long after you've dragged the kayak back to shore. It's a solid reminder that things on the water rarely go the way you planned, and every now and then, a single unexpected find completely reframes what you thought the whole day was going to be about. A fisherman was out on the open water when a strange sight stopped him cold.
Yo, I'm in Oyster Bay, right? So I'm going all the way in, and I see a fucking head. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Nervously, he decided to take a closer look and saw something floating that resembled a human head.
And then I'm looking at it, and I think it's just a fucking sweatshirt. I don't see no fucking head, but it's filled up. I'm afraid to pluck that shit out of the water, bro. And I'm looking down, and the sad thing is it's not moving. That's what's got me worried, like some fucking body's in there and it's tied to the bottom of the water. Look at that shit.
With his nerves on edge, he moved in for a closer inspection and spotted something bobbing on the surface that looked disturbingly like a human head. The object turned out to be a hoodie, standing upright and half submerged in a way that made it look uncannily like a person. Convinced something sinister might be at play, he called the authorities, who launched an investigation to figure out whether they were dealing with a body or just a piece of clothing. There's been speculation that a balloon stuffed inside the hoodie could have been responsible, making the whole thing some kind of sick joke. But no official updates have come out since, and the truth behind this creepy find remains a mystery. Back in 2009, a small crew of fishermen were out at sea doing what fishermen do. Sure, that much is obvious, but this particular outing turned into something far more than a routine fishing trip. They came across something that genuinely defies explanation. And the kicker? They had a camera rolling the entire time. Take a look at the footage first, and then we'll dig into it together. Alright, let's get into it. Personally, this one strikes me as pretty credible, possibly the real deal. Pay attention to the moment the F-16 sweeps past the vessel and disappears behind the life ring without a single visual glitch. Back in 2009, pulling off that kind of seamless edit from your living room would have been essentially impossible. The crew's reactions read as completely natural, and the way the water responds to the helicopter's downdraft looks incredibly convincing. Water is notoriously one of the most difficult things to replicate digitally. Even now in 2025, it's a challenge, so picture attempting it 16 years ago. Just to put things in perspective, here's a water sequence pulled from Avatar, which came out that same year. And keep in mind, Avatar was produced with an enormous budget inside world-class studios by artists who spent years obsessing over every single detail, so you can appreciate just how steep that challenge would be for someone working at home. Yet this footage, it genuinely makes you pause. What if it's actually real and we're just too skeptical to accept it? Consider this. In 2021, the US government formally released a report on unidentified aerial phenomena, acknowledging that trained pilots and military personnel had encountered objects they simply could not identify. Some displayed advanced or unusual characteristics, and the vast majority remain without explanation to this day. No hard evidence ties any of it to extraterrestrial life. But here's where I land on it. Aliens. Professional out on a peaceful boat ride had their day flipped completely upside down.
All right, get up to the bow. Get up to the bow.
Get up in the bow.
Get up to the bow. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. Woo. I don't know what we're gonna do about this. Dan. Need some help over here.
Without any warning, a dolphin launched itself right into the vessel, sending everyone into a frenzy as they tried to work out their next move.
Got a mayday? Mayday. Hey, Z-Man, come over here and give me help. Mark, Z-Man, mayday. We're coming.
They flagged down some fishermen in the area to lend a hand getting the dolphin safely returned to the water. Fortunately, both the people on board and the dolphin walked away without a scratch, though it's not hard to imagine just how differently this whole situation could have gone. It started as a calm fishing trip along the Amu Darya River, quickly became something far more puzzling. While casting his line in the Amu Darya, one angler pulled up a fish unlike anything he'd seen before. Its slender frame and distinctive markings immediately set it apart from the usual catch. The closer he looked, the more baffled he became. This creature is most likely a member of the Trichomicturus genus, a group of fish typically found in the freshwater systems of Central and South America. The fisherman had no way of placing the species, with no clue as to where it had come from or what it was. Given how unusual it looked, he decided to film the discovery in hopes that someone out there might be able to shed some light on it. After documenting it, he gently returned the fish to the water. On December 12, 2015, a Reddit user going by Chris Nomad was out on a fishing trip when a gunshot suddenly rang out of nowhere. He dropped down immediately, recognizing in that split second that a bullet had come within inches of hitting him. The shooter's identity and motive remain a complete mystery, but fortunately, he walked away completely unharmed. In 2017, a trio of fishermen off the coast of Greenland found themselves on the edge of catastrophe. They were working the waters near Karat Fjord when, without warning, the unimaginable unfolded before their eyes.
Hey,
An enormous section of the mountainside broke away and plunged into the sea, and within seconds, a tsunami was barreling directly toward their vessel. The wave tore through the coastline with devastating power. Miraculously, all three men survived. Some encounters are so unsettling, they'll make you think twice before stepping anywhere near a body of water. And this one is a perfect example. A hiker by the name of Linda Carson was visiting Lake Okeechobee in Florida when she noticed something elongated gliding just below the surface. It had the appearance of some kind of serpentine creature. Without warning, it surged up through the water and stretched its jaws open wide, as though it was hunting for its next meal. What makes this even more disturbing is that no known sea serpent species has ever been documented, and the sheer mystery of what she witnessed left such a mark on Linda that she vowed to never again carelessly wander into unfamiliar waters. The ribbonfish ranks among the most outlandish creatures nature has ever produced, with its undulating fin and massive, intimidating fangs.
That's crazy, dude. That's like some sort of crazy creature. Hi. Look at his face. Are you kidding?
A group of fishermen casting their lines in the river came face to face with this peculiar predator. The ribbonfish's distinctive fin motion was almost hypnotic to watch as it writhed and coiled through the water in a way none of them had witnessed before.
Oh, that's crazy. Dude, that's a wild animal. I mean, I can't believe what I'm...
Those oversized fangs only added to the unsettling look of the thing. This extraordinary fish typically inhabits shallow waters, yet it's equally at home at depths of up to 1,900 feet, which makes it one of nature's more remarkable surprises. This footage has been spreading like wildfire across every social media platform, and it's not hard to see why. What you're about to witness shows local residents transporting a fish, but calling it just a fish would be a serious understatement. This massive creature was pulled from the Amazon River and later identified as an arapama, a species that typically dwells in the deeper stretches of those waters. Overwhelmed with excitement at what they've stumbled upon, the locals made the decision to bring it back with them. Not a single one of them had encountered anything remotely close to this before, turning it into a memory. While walking along the California shoreline, a beachcomber stumbled upon an old jar half buried in the sand. They pulled it free out of curiosity, only for a tightly bundled object to fall out from within. Once they posted the find online, the response from viewers was far from casual. A large number of people felt it bore a striking resemblance to a cursed artifact, the kind typically associated with dark magic rituals designed to contain negative energy or restrain spirits. As the legend goes, tampering with objects like this can bring bad luck, or even open the door to supernatural forces. Commenters strongly advise the person to put it back in the ground or seek out some form of spiritual cleansing. Let's just hope they took that advice seriously. A group of friends are having the time of their lives, laughing, swapping stories beside a roaring campfire, and even screening a movie on a DIY outdoor setup.
That's actually really good.
Thank you. I got a new shampoo and conditioner.
Lexus, have you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I have not.
Oh, dang. Look at those chicken and biscuits you got. Oh, perfect. Yeah.
In the middle of all the fun, Alexis slipped away into the woods to get a moment alone. The rest of the group, still riding high on good energy, started cracking jokes about how long she'd been gone, playfully suggesting she might never come back.
Yeah, I know. For legit though, like Alexis has been gone for so freaking long trying to actually poop.
Okay, but like you gotta track to go find a good place.
Yeah, you do, but this has been too long. 10 minutes, she'll be back. Okay.
Then a scream tore through the laughter like a knife. Dread washed over everyone as it hit them that Alexis could be in real trouble. They snatched up flashlights and plunged into the darkness, shouting her name into the trees.
Oh, ow, my.
What? Did you hear something?
What?
It's one of our boats.
It hasn't even been 10 minutes
Devin?
yet, bro.
No. Can a couple of people just come with me just to make sure we're good?
Yeah. Alright, guess you could get them all. Check my camera.
Alexis?
Hold on.
No, but Devin.
I don't think she's in. Alexis? Shit. Alexis? Alexis?
What in the hell is that?
Can't see it very well. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Okay. Shit. Wait. Okay, be careful. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay.
Guys.
Alexis.
What they stumbled upon was absolutely terrifying. Alexis was bound to a tree, barely able to stay conscious, positioned just behind what looked like some kind of primitive, unsettling arrangement of sticks.
Okay.
And then something moved from behind that same tree. A figure, a creature covering ground at an unnatural speed. The friends had almost no time to process what they were seeing before it was on them, and the woods filled with screams of pure terror. The recording ends without warning, leaving nothing but unanswered questions. What exactly was that thing? Was it a person or something that defies any rational explanation? The fate of everyone in that group is still unknown. If you've heard anything about this disturbing incident or know how it turned out, drop it in the comments below. Did they make it out, or was this the last moment any of them ever experienced? Barati was visiting some host tunnel in South Carolina alongside friends and family when, as the group was heading out, one of them snapped a few photos. One of those images appears to show a man dressed in a suit and top hat strolling beside a woman wearing a dress and sandals. A strangely out-of-place sight for a modern setting. The group insists there was absolutely nobody else around them at that time. Some people have suggested it could be a trick of the light or some kind of camera artifact, but those unsettling figures continue to leave a lot of questions unanswered. On the Creepy Travels channel, most of what the creator posts are straightforward overnight stays in the more remote stretches of the Cumberland Plateau, but this particular outing took a turn fast. On December 8th, 2025, his original plan was to sleep in his car until he spotted his hammock sitting in the back and figured he'd head down toward the creek to string it up rather than camp roadside. The moment he stepped onto the trail, a scream rang out from somewhere deep in the trees.
Now, we ain't having this. We are not having this. We are camping.
The timing hit him like a wall. Just minutes before he'd arrived, a car had been pulling out of the area, something that stood out as genuinely unusual somewhere this far off the beaten path. He brushed it off and continued down the trail, though he kept coming back to how strange it was to cross paths with anyone in a spot this isolated. While searching for two solid trees to support the hammock, he moved past rusted chair frames, old backpacks, and the scattered bones of what had once been a private campground. The site had sat abandoned for years, and he made a point of calling out the debris left behind. Once he found the right trees, he got the hammock rigged up, cracked a joke about his setup skills, and started to relax. Then, just as the night was beginning to feel routine, something caught him completely off guard.
Let's try this, people. I guess that car come back. It's where you park at, walk down is way out that way, but I just saw some at that rock bluff right there. He had a black shirt, and I know that when they was pulling out, the guy had a black shirt on. This guy looked like he had a black shirt on. Might come back for
It was unsettling, but he did his best to shake it off and carry on. Before calling it a night, he wandered through the old campground, pointing out collapsed tent structures, corroded sinks, and what remained of a bridge. He walked through where the showers once stood, where campers used to pitch their tents, and what eventually drove people away from the site for good. He also brought up a story from years back, a former camper who had woken up to something pressing against his foot through an unzipped tent, an incident that reportedly pushed people to abandon the place altogether. By the time he climbed into the hammock, the woods had gone quiet. He figured he'd sleep light, staying tuned into the normal sounds of the forest. Then, at roughly 3:23 in the morning, something snapped him wide awake. He picked up splashing from the water and the sharp crack of branches close by. Whatever it was, it seemed to be circling him in the darkness. The sounds weren't continuous, just frequent enough to keep him on edge, straining to listen. Every rustle and every breaking twig wound him tighter, his mind working through what might actually be out there. Then the situation escalated. The noises appeared to draw closer, bouncing through the deserted campsite around him. With the shift at work looming, he began breaking down camp in the dark, still turning over the earlier scream the sounds near the creek, and the man in the black shirt he'd now noticed twice. He noted that deer typically didn't leave him with that kind of dread, but there was something about these particular sounds that he couldn't shake. He was gone before the sun came up, closing out the night without any single defining incident. just a heavy, unresolved feeling that the place never truly went still. Doug is a beloved YouTuber behind the channel Fear Fanatics, where he documents creepy explorations and puts together compilations of unsettling encounters. Back in January 2025, Doug decided to head out on a solo camping trip to East Fork State Park in Ohio. Like always, he planned to film himself roughing it alone in the wilderness, completely oblivious to the terrifying experience that was about to unfold.
I went live a little bit ago in the parking lot. I'm at East Fork State Park in Ohio, Cincinnati to be exact. I went live for about 40 minutes or so, and now I'm actually on a trail that I'm heading down. I think the primitive campsite is like a mile in to the woods. So that's what I'm doing right now. I actually made an intro about 10 minutes ago, and I thought I was recording, and you guys are not going to believe me, but I was walking down the trail. I saw a flashlight through the woods, and it was like, it looked like it was coming towards me. So I stopped, and all these birds were like going crazy. And then I thought it was a street light at first, like, you know, with the leaves and stuff, like moving in front of it. It kind of looked like, you know, that I thought it was, I keep hearing something. I thought it was like maybe a street light with just leaves moving in front of it.
All right, welcome to Fear Fanatics, guys. It's Doug. I went live a little while back in the parking lot. I'm at East Fork State Park in Ohio, right near Cincinnati. I streamed for around 40 minutes, and now I'm actually out on a trail, heading deeper in. I think the primitive campsite is about a mile into the woods, so that's where I'm headed. I actually recorded an intro maybe 10 minutes ago, thought I had it going, but I didn't. You guys aren't going to believe this, but while I was walking the trail, I spotted a flashlight out through the trees. It looked like it was moving in my direction, so I stopped. The birds around me just went absolutely crazy. At first I figured it was a street light, you know, with the leaves shifting around in front of it. It kind of gave that impression. But the closer I got, the light just went out. At first things seemed pretty ordinary, but shortly after, something happened that put him on edge.
Okay, there's the light, guys. I'm gonna turn my light off. Do you see that light? Now, I don't know if that, I'm so glad it's back on. I don't know if that's a street light. If that's a street light, I'm gonna feel like a fool. But I swear to God, it was off not too long ago, and now it's back on. And I don't really know what I should do. I feel like it's moving, but it could be the leaves on the trees just like swaying and like making it appear to be moving if it's a street light. But I'm gonna keep, and it looks like it's getting brighter, bro. This is freaking me out because I'm in the middle of the woods, dude. I'm gonna have to go down there though, because this is the way to the first sight, and I swear it's moving, bro. I'm thinking there could be somebody camping down here, because it is free. It's free camping, guys. And the only thing I'm worried about is like I don't want them to think I'm sneaking up on them if it's somebody, because they could freak them out, you know? And it's because, like I said, it's 1:30 in the morning. But I think you guys can see that light. I just don't know if it's like an actual...
Okay, there's the light, guys. I'm killing my light. You seeing that? I'm so relieved it's back on. I have no idea if that's a street light. If it is, I'm going to look like a complete idiot, but I swear, it was gone just a few minutes ago, and now it's lit up again. I genuinely don't know what to do. It looks like it's shifting, but that might just be the tree branches swaying and messing with the appearance, if it is a street light. But it seems like it's getting brighter, man. That's what's freaking me out. I'm deep in the woods right now. I have to go that direction though, because that's the route to the first campsite. And I'm telling you, it's moving. I'm thinking maybe someone's camping out here, since it's free camping, and my biggest concern is I don't want them thinking I'm creeping up on them. That could seriously spook somebody. It's 1:30 in the morning, after all. I think you guys can make out that light. I just can't figure out what it is. And here's the thing, there are no streetlights anywhere in this park. That's what's really getting to me. His anxiety grew as the light kept flickering and the feeling of not being alone closed in around him. Still unsettled but unwilling to quit, he pushed forward and got his tent set up for the night, not yet realizing that the strange events were only just getting started.
I thought I heard footsteps. I'm gonna turn my light. somebody over there with the flashlight. They walked right by my tent, and now they're on down the trail. Oh, I do see somebody outside. Okay.
They walked right past my tent, and now they're heading further down the trail. Oh, I can definitely see somebody out there. He spotted a figure carrying a flashlight moving past his campsite, and after a few moments, it vanished into the dark. The encounter left him rattled. Even as Doug tried to keep his composure, the idea of someone lurking around his camp kept gnawing at him. He made the call to pack everything up and get out of there, and as a final step, he went straight to the police. Meet Chris Baird, the man behind a self-titled YouTube channel dedicated to venturing into the unexplained. His content pushes the edges of paranormal investigation and thrill-seeking, taking him everywhere from haunted buildings to locations soaked in eerie folklore. His goal is always the same: find the truth hiding behind the legends. His bold style and gripping delivery keep viewers hooked, but one particular night would show him just how wild and deeply unsettling these solo excursions could get. Late in October, Chris made his way out to the remote stretch known as Purgatory Road, a location with a long and disturbing reputation for paranormal encounters. Armed with nothing more than his camera and a handful of basic supplies, he was set on spending the entire night alone, testing himself against a place famous for its isolation and total absence of cell service.
I'm alone. I'm all by myself. All I have with me here is this lovely Honda Accord, which I'm going to be sleeping inside of tonight. I literally have a blanket and some other goodies, but mostly just me and the car. That's it. So here's my thought process. I've been to Purgatory Road a couple of times. I've been here with CJ, I've been here with Dylan. We have a lot of crazy stuff happen. The woods is literally all around us. Like, I don't know what you guys can see. I'm trying to kind of show behind me, actually. Let me try it again. So you can see all the woods behind me. It's wild. It's truly just like so desolate. I don't have any phone service. I know you guys hear us say that a lot.
Tonight I'm out here on my own, just me. All I've got is this Honda Accord right here, which is where I'll be sleeping. I've got a blanket and a couple of other things, but honestly it's just me in the car. That's really it. So here's where my head's at. I've been to Purgatory Road a few times before. I came out here with CJ, I came out here with Dylan, and some seriously wild things went down. The trees are completely surrounding us right now. I don't know how much you guys can make out. Let me try to show you what's behind me. Okay, let me try that again so you can actually see all those woods back there. It's something else. It really is just completely cut off out here. I've got zero phone service, and I know people say that all the time, but I genuinely mean it. My phone is dead silent right now. As Chris settled into his investigation, the forest silence pressed in around him, broken only by the occasional crack or rustle that he tried to write off as nothing unusual. He then pulled out his spirit talker device, hoping to pick up any disembodied voices or signals from whatever unseen entities might be sharing the space with him.
I'm actually gonna get Spirit Talker out right now, and I know you guys love Spirit Talker, but I just want to see if anything comes through. I want to see where we're going with this tonight. So there's Spirit Talker. It is on. Hello. Like, I want to look, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Kind of creepy. All right, Spirit Talker's on in my pocket, so it's probably gonna scare me. It's gonna scare you too, but it is rolling right now. Try not to blind everybody with this. Frig, that scared me. I was not ready for that at all. My flashlight just went, there we go. That's all I wanted. Just like that. I just made that noise in the woods. Can you guys tell me who's here with me right now? Whoa. Did you hear that scream? Something is making.
I'm going to break out the Spirit Talker right now. I know you guys are fans of it, and I just want to see if anything decides to come through tonight. Let's see what direction this takes us. So there it is. Spirit Talker is out. It's running. Hello. I want to look at it, but at the same time, I kind of don't. You know what I mean? It's already getting me the creeps. All right, the Spirit Talker is on and in my pocket, so it's probably going to scare the life out of me at some point, and probably you too. But it's recording right now. I'm about to blind everyone with this flashlight. Whoa, that scared me. I was not ready for that at all. My flashlight just cut out on me. There we go, that's better, just like that. We just heard something out in the trees. Can anyone out here tell me who's with me right now? You see that on the screen? Something is definitely making strange sounds out there. As he pressed further into his exploration, the atmosphere in the woods grew heavier and harder to shake. That's when Chris stumbled across something deeply disturbing, something he was completely unprepared to find.
The ground, I was just looking at the ground. That's so true. Spirit Talker just said the ground. Oh shoot, what the hell? What the I did not know this was here. What is that? I don't know if that's a deer. That might be a deer. That's freaking creepy. I'm not gonna keep showing that. There's definitely a carcass over there, but is anyone here who wants to talk to me? My name is Chris. Just here to communicate with whatever lives in the forest out here. It's so quiet. What is that? You see that moving there? I swear something was just moving in the woods right there. I'm sure you guys know, there's been lots of stories. The story about the girl in the white dress, you know, who was like she was a bride, excuse me. Apparently she died down here, at least from what I've heard. These are stories I've heard. I don't know that they're factual. Hello? Oh my god, there's literally bones. There's another one. This is insane. Like, what happened down here? That's an actual skeleton. Like an animal deer had right there. And then all the fur from another one. Like, were animals like sacrificed down here? I don't know how there's so many dead animals over here. Alright, something's moving up there. There's somebody up in front of me right now that wants to come talk to me? Can you tell me your name? Who or what you are?
Something just said, the ground. I was literally staring at the ground when Spirit Talker said that. Oh no, what the hell? What is that? I had no idea this was even here. I'm not sure what that is. That could be a deer. Yeah, that's pretty unsettling. I'm not going to keep filming that. There's definitely a carcass over there. But is there anyone here who wants to talk to me? My name is Chris. I'm just out here hoping to connect with whatever calls this forest home. It's so quiet. Wait, is that moving over there? I could swear something just moved in those trees right there. I'm sure a lot of you know the stories about this place. There's one about a woman in a white dress, like a bride, who supposedly died out here. That's what I've been told anyway. I can't say for certain it's true. Hello. Oh my god. There are literally bones over there. And another one. This is insane. What happened out here? That is an actual skeleton. There's a deer skull right there, and then fur from what looks like another animal. Were these animals sacrificed out here or something? I have no idea why there are so many dead animals in this spot. Alright, something is moving up ahead. There is something right in front of me right now that seems like it wants to come closer. Hey, tell me your name, tell me what you are. It said, hate. The sight of scattered carcasses and bones deepened his dread, cementing the feeling that something genuinely sinister was lurking close by. Then the paranormal activity shifted into a higher gear as aggressive, unnatural sounds began tearing through the tree line, each one fraying his nerves and making him question whether he had ever truly been alone out there.
What are you trying to tell me? What the f was that? I swear to God, something just hissed at me. Who just hissed at me? I'm not going down there. Screw that. Alright. That was freaky. That was real freaky. Show you guys, I'm not like... It's like a growl hiss or something.
What are you trying to say to me? What was that? I swear something just hissed right at me. What was that hissing? I am not going down there. Absolutely not. Okay, that was seriously freaky. That was real freaky, I'll tell you that much. It was like some kind of growl mixed with a hiss. Forget it. Let's move to the side and see what else is out here. A piercing hiss and a low guttural growl flooded him with dread. Yet whatever produced those sounds stayed completely out of sight. In spite of his fear, he pushed himself deeper into the woods with no idea that something far more disturbing was just ahead.
A little bit, but I really wanted to come back here, so I was making my way back here anyways. I just want to see what's up with this water. At least for Purgatory Road, I've never noticed there to be water. So it's kind of interesting to me. There's that noise again, see? Who's over by the water? This is the second time I've heard you over here.
Children are playing.
Holy. Are there actually children playing by the water right now? Can you guys come out and show yourselves for me? Make a splash or do something. Yo, no way. No way. Did you guys hear that? That was literally a splash. That could have been a coincidence. Yes, I understand. But that was a splash in the water. If that was one of the children that are playing over here, like chills up my body right now. I appreciate you for doing that. That was really cool. It says don't tell people. It's okay if you guys are out playing by the water. I won't tell anybody. Can you tell me your names? Yo, there's eyeballs right there. What is that? Do you guys see that reflection? There's literally an eyeball. Someone just looked over and now it's gone. If that was you guys showing yourselves, that was actually someone.
I had moved up a bit, but I really wanted to circle back here, so I was already heading this way. I just want to get a closer look at this water because in all my time at Purgatory Road, I've never noticed water here before, so it's caught my attention. There's that sound again. Who's over near the water? That's the second time I've heard something coming from over here. Wait, are there actually children playing by the water right now? Can you come out and let me see you? Make a splash, do something. Yo, no way, no way. Did you guys catch that? That was literally a splash. Could it be a coincidence? Yeah, maybe, I get it, but that was a splash in the water. If one of those children just did that, I've got chills running through my whole body right now. Thank you for that, that was genuinely incredible. It's saying don't tell people. That's okay, if you're out here playing by the water, I won't say a word. Can you tell me your names? Yo, there are eyes right there. Do you guys see that reflection? There are literally eyes staring back at me, and now they're gone. If that was you showing yourselves to me, that is honestly some of the most incredible stuff I have ever witnessed out here, so thank you. A sudden splash answered him almost immediately, sending chills through his body and leaving him with an overwhelming sense that something real was present with him. The spirit talker kept spitting out cold, eerie messages that were building into something deeply unsettling. Then, a brief flash of movement cut through the darkness, something invisible making itself known.
You guys are behind me now too, I can hear you. Clear as day behind me. There's a lot going on, guys. Alright, I'm gonna turn my light off in 5 seconds. You're gonna make that splash noise for me and I'm gonna turn it back on. It would literally make my day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get the f out of here! Yo, there's no way! There's no way! There's no way that just happened. Oh my god. I'm like losing my mind right now. There's gotta be more here that we don't know about, guys. That was so clear. That tells me that there's something back there. There probably, maybe back in the day, there was like a house or something. I'm gonna live up to my promise. I'm gonna walk away, leave them alone. Wow. There probably was a house or something, right, back in the day. And maybe there is some residual energy from children or, I don't know, like good memories of when they were children and they're playing by the creek.
Now you're behind me too. I can hear you clearly back there. There is a lot happening right now. Alright, I'm going to switch my light off in 5 seconds, and if you can make that splash sound again, I'll turn it right back on. That would honestly make my whole night. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get the hell out. No way that just happened. Oh my god, I'm completely losing it right now. There has to be more to this place than anyone realizes. That was so clear. It tells me there's definitely something back there. Maybe back in the day there was a house or something nearby. I'm going to keep my promise. I'm going to walk away and leave them alone. Wow, there really could have been a house back there at some point. And maybe there's residual energy left behind. From children, from good memories of playing by the creek. I don't know. That was genuinely incredible. It just said it's us. The moment the light cut out, something responded. A second splash rang out, louder and closer than the first. Whatever was out there wasn't just present, it was paying attention and engaging. This place wasn't simply the subject of old ghost stories. It was alive with activity.
I'm hoping you guys are hearing the same stuff I was hearing, but it literally sounded like there was multiple different voices in that right there.
Alexander.
Get a lot of names. I don't always buy into the names just because it's interesting that it's just, what do they mean, right? I don't know what these names are, who they are, what they were. What the f was that? The problem is that my car is that way. That could have easily been something like bird, animal.
Gertrude.
Could have been Gertrude. Gertrude, stop scaring me, please. That's too much. Why is that tree skin like that? I'm not trying to buy into like the whole Bigfoot thing too much because again, there's been so many people for years. I'm gonna keep walking this way back to the car as well because I'm just. What was that? Alright. Oh. Is that an animal? Like, what the was that?
I really hope you guys are picking up what I was hearing, because it genuinely sounded like there were several distinct voices coming through at once right there. A lot of names keep coming up. I don't always put too much stock in the names, just because it raises the question, what do they actually mean? Who were these people? What were their lives? What the hell was that? The problem is my car is back that way. That could have been anything, honestly. A bird, an animal, could have been Gertrude. Gertrude, please stop scaring me like that. That's too much. Why does that tree bark look like that? I'm not trying to go too far down the Bigfoot road, because honestly there have been so many people making those claims for so many years. I'm just gonna keep heading back toward the car because yeah. As he made his way back to the vehicle, the sounds intensified, taking on a quality that felt deeply wrong. Overwhelmed by fear, he broke into a run, desperate to reach the safety of his car. But the woods refused to settle. Minutes later, Chris spotted a light outside the vehicle, and when he stepped out to check on it, things took a sharp turn for the worse.
Like someone's just behind me. Now there's something in my ear. It's not like someone literally just breathed in my ear. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope. Oh shit. Oh. I feel like such a little baby right now, guys. I really do. Take this to a microphone. Don't know if you guys could hear that or anything. I don't know what was heard, what was recorded, but at one point it sounded like something like I had breathed right in my ear. It was right in my ear. I kept walking, and then it sounded like someone broke a branch or made a weird someone broke. And I was running. That was so weird. And I felt like someone just pushed me. I don't know why I fell. I don't know how I fell. I don't know, you guys probably think I'm insane right now. I don't know.
What the heck? I thought someone was right behind me just now. And now there's something at my ear. It's like someone is literally breathing directly into my ear. Oh, whoa, nope. Oh no. I feel like such a complete coward right now. I really do. Let me hold this up to the microphone. I don't know how much of that you guys actually heard, but at one point it sounded like something was breathing. Right in my ear. Right there. I kept moving, and then it sounded like something snapped a branch or made this really strange noise. So I just broke down and ran. That was so strange, and I feel like something shoved me. I don't know why I went down. I don't know how I fell. That's why I think I'm losing my mind right now. I genuinely don't know. A sudden rush of sound, pressure, and disorientation sends Chris lurching forward. The camera can barely keep pace as panic overtakes him, the trees dissolving into shadow and noise. Back inside the car, rattled and worn down, Chris locks himself in and commits to riding out the night regardless. The camera keeps rolling in silence, pointed outward as though bracing for whatever comes next.
What the f was that? 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 Hello? What the f? What the f?
What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Hello? The unsettling sounds pressed on, stealing any hope of rest. Then in the final moments, a sudden noise slams into the frame, sharp, violent, and cutting through the stillness like a final warning, a reminder that whatever had been lurking out there never once retreated. The woods, especially when faced alone, guard secrets far darker than any campfire story. Chris Baird's harrowing night on Purgatory Road stands as a sobering reminder that certain places should never be disturbed. The forces dwelling along that road made their presence impossible to deny, leaving behind an unresolved mystery that continues to follow the investigator long after the cameras stopped rolling. The following clip comes from solo camper and outdoor explorer Sydney, whose channel follows her journey through remote wilderness, frequently without any companions. On September 29th, 2024, however, one of her most beloved retreats suddenly turned unsettling. Heading back to a lakeside campsite tucked away in rural Tennessee, one of the very first places she ever camped alone, Sydney gets herself settled in for the evening, hoping to recapture a sense of peace she'd found there before.
And chicken that my aunt gave me. So thank you, Wendy. This is so funny to me. I don't really know how much 2 cups of water is. It was not enough water. I smelled it burning. I might have just ruined my dinner. I should have checked it. I don't know what.
And for a while, it delivers exactly that, silence. Almost suspiciously so. The sun sinks toward the horizon, the lake shimmers gold and orange, and Sydney goes about making dinner in the tranquil stillness.
Life's hard. I'm so upset. I burned the rice. Dang it. I'm also adding this chicken to the mix, so I'm just gonna plop it in the middle of the pan. Is that? Anyways, dinner is served. I really hope that wasn't like a mountain lion or something. But I'm not gonna let it scare me to stay in my car. I packed all my stuff up so that if I do need to like just close this, I only have this to move, but you know what I'm thinking? What if it was Bigfoot and that was like a deer that he was eating and it was like making noises because the deer is scared? That was so weird. I heard it move too. It like moved from like there to over there. I think my saving grace is that I know there are other campers back here, so I feel better about that. I'm not completely alone out here. Okay, I'm going to chow and watch.
But that stillness doesn't hold. Without warning, fierce animalistic shrieks tear through the surrounding brush. Heavy, rapid rustling follows, close enough that she goes completely rigid. She keeps her composure, but the tension on her face says everything. Slowly, she reaches over, grabs her firearm, and slides it into her pocket. A precaution she hopes she won't need. Whatever made those sounds never stepped into view, but they were unlike anything she could place. So, what exactly was out there? A wild animal spooked by her presence, or something harder to explain? Maybe even Bigfoot? Some of her viewers lean toward a predator, others feel the sound was too strange and unnatural for that. Drop your theory in the comments below. But one thing is difficult to argue with: when the forest suddenly goes dead silent, it almost never means nothing. On the morning of June 14th, 2024, At 11:09 a.m., someone visiting Devil's Den near the witness tree took a photograph that captured something nobody expected. In the original image, a guide was speaking about the Confederate sharpshooter whose remains were once discovered in front of a wall, nestled between two massive boulders, but just to the left of that rock formation, a dark, shadowy figure had appeared. The visitor came back the following day, determined to reproduce the shot. Photo. Someone else volunteered to help recreate what had been captured. As one of the photos clearly shows, the rear face of that rock offers nowhere for a person to stand. It falls away sharply and the rock itself stands approximately 6 feet high. The man helping out had to position himself back on the road just to achieve anything close to the same angle. Placing the two images side by side makes the discrepancy immediately obvious. So how exactly do you account for that? On September 28, 2023, YouTuber Mo Sargi headed deep into the Appalachian Mountains, expecting nothing more than a routine outing. But the second they left the trail behind, something out in those woods locked onto them.
I was just in there, and I had the weirdest experience in there.
What?
Something literally moved, something massive.
So remember when I told you I saw a house on my drone?
Yeah.
This is not it.
No?
No, there's a little shack in the middle of the forest near the water.
So I don't know how we're gonna get down there.
Really?
Because it's a mountain drop and there's a fence, so we gotta find a way. All right, so we're gonna try going out this way to see if there's any way down to the river to find this mysterious house or a shack that oh, there's a way out of the fence here. Okay, so we could probably go from here because there's a way out of the fence.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. We're definitely doing what you're not supposed to do in the Appalachians is go off trail.
Bro, you were supposed to do this a long time ago. We're way past that point.
Yeah. Everything that you're not supposed to do out here, we're doing it. Holy shit, no way. I mean, it does, but there's a risk of dying. All right, so we can go down this way, but there's a risk of dying.
Oh wow.
Like actually, I mean, we can.
Oh, there's the trip. Hold on a second.
That's the river train tracks.
We're kind of close to the shack.
This is active train tracks, by the way.
Yeah.
So those actually work. But
oh, they're active?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Here, dude, we're literally climbing down a mountain right now, an entire mountain. So we decided we're gonna risk our life to give you guys some more content. We're gonna climb down this mountain. By the time we make it down the mountain and down to the river, which we don't know if that's even a guarantee, it's gonna be dark.
It's gonna be hella dark. Yeah. I have my flashlights. We charged them, but it's gonna be quite a while.
Like, I don't mind the darkness, but when it gets dark, the animals come out.
Yeah.
And also the feral people.
Which I already found their house on my drone.
It's somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine we get down there and it's not there.
Imagine.
That'd be crazy. And then making our way back up, it's gonna be all nighttime stuff. So this adventure, it could get really dangerous, but you know what? We're living a little. Let's do it. Smash the like button. Let's live a little. Careful. This is legit. Seriously. Yeah, until you tumble down a mountain. And you know the worst part is you can tumble down the mountain and this is all barbed wire that you're touching.
Oh.
Yeah. And imagine tumbling down and like getting stuck in the barbed wire. Now coming up.
The forest seemed to come alive around them, turning threatening and strange, and the sounds of something moving just beyond their sight marked the start of a nightmare they had no way of escaping.
Middle of the forest, and then random shelter. What the hell?
It's almost like this was a bomb shelter. Or, oh, you know what it was?
What?
Back in the days when they used to build the mines, they would have blast shelters because they would like bomb the mountains. And this is where they would blow up the mountains to make the crevices and stuff.
Okay.
So they would cut through the mountains with TNT, dynamite.
That makes sense, and look, the windows are like...
Yeah, there used to be windows here. So they would manage the blasts. So we're in a kind of like a blast bomb shelter type of thing.
So, what do you think that says about how far we are from the car?
Pretty far.
We still got a ways to go.
We still got a ways to go.
It's not even worth it to keep going then.
We can't. It's impossible. Either we get eaten by a bear,
yeah,
or some type of wolf, or some type of fucking like a moonshine guy. I don't know.
Hell yeah, there's moonshine people.
Maybe there's like a family of inbreds waiting to eat us in here somewhere. I don't know. Like,
I think this is literally the best spot. Seriously, this is a good hiding spot. Let's just chill here, relax, refresh, and as soon as the sun comes out, we'll be out of here.
Somebody's walking. Hello? Yeah, somebody was just walking. Okay, well. Yeah. sounded like a wolf.
It was a howl.
As they attempted to make their way back to their vehicle, a shadowy figure materialized out of the darkness and started launching rocks, or something frighteningly close to it, directly at them, sending a clear message to get off its turf.
Hello? What did you see? Huh?
Bro, there's a feral person.
What do you mean there's a feral person? What did you see? Where? Hello? Why can't my camera can't see nothing? Hold on, I'm switching night vision. Sorry guys, give me a second. Switching night vision. For some reason my camera's having troubles focusing. Hello? What did you see? You caught something on camera?
Yeah. There's something down there, bro.
Can we see your footage? Can I see your footage?
Yeah, come see.
Actually, you caught something?
Yeah.
You wanna go back to where we were camping out?
Yeah.
Show me what you saw. All those things, you got something. Wait, step over. Where is it? Oh, there's someone there. There was a guy there.
Yeah, you see that?
What the hell? No way.
You see that?
What the hell? Darker and darker. I literally cannot see a thing. I think my flashlight is dying out, or this camera. Oh my god, I hear clicking. No, there's someone down there. Dude, I saw somebody. Dude, I actually saw somebody. There's somebody. Let's get the fuck.
Let's go the hell back.
Let's go. Let's get the fucking back to the cave, boys. Back to the cave. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. We're being shot at. We're being shot at. Oh. What the f was that? What the f was that?
Bro, what the hell was that?
What the hell was that? That was a man, dude.
By the time morning broke, one thing couldn't be denied. Whatever was out there in those mountains hadn't simply been observing them. It was actively driving them out, and it had no hesitation about getting physical to make that point. Meet Tommy and Rachel, the duo behind the YouTube channel Oreo Speedwagon RT, a channel dedicated to bringing viewers along on deep dives into America's wild places, documenting every twist and turn of their van life on the road. From breathtaking open landscapes to hidden, off-the-grid campsites, their adventures highlight both the stunning beauty and the occasional strangeness of life outdoors. Joining them every step of the way is their dog, Badger, their four-legged co-star, and constant companion. But during one particular stay at Tishomingo Wildlife Management Area, the couple would get a stark reminder of just how quickly a peaceful night in nature can turn into something deeply unsettling. It looked like any other day when Tommy and Rachel pulled into Tishomingo Wildlife Management Area, fully expecting a quiet, uneventful evening parked up in their van. Camera ready and Badger by their side, they figured they were in for the usual mix of ambient wildlife sounds and picturesque scenery.
What's up, everybody? Here at Tishomingo Wildlife Management Area, refuge, home for the rehabilitated, I don't know. And got a little creepy out here last time.
The footage opens with Tommy describing where they are, but almost immediately his attention shifts to something he can't quite explain, the way Badger is behaving. A creeping sense that something is off begins to color the entire scene right from the start.
He's running around being Badger, obviously. But he's been very skittish since we got here. Yeah. Like, he'll just take off running and not like doing zoomies running like. Yeah. Now he's doing that.
Yeah, now he'll come down here.
But he comes down this little ravine down here, and
he won't go any further.
No, and then he'll.
The first real red flag was Badger himself. He kept retreating from certain spots, refusing to go anywhere near particular sections of the surrounding woods, behavior that stood out sharply compared to how he'd acted on previous trips.
But he's been very skittish since we got here. Yeah. Like, he'll just take off running, doing zoomies running like. Yeah. Now he's doing that.
Yeah, now he'll come down here.
Even without a clear explanation, the two kept watching their environment closely, searching for whatever might be triggering their dog's odd responses. Then it hit them. The woods had gone completely, unnervingly silent.
the sounds. What we're hearing are not regular sounds. And usually you can hear birds, you can hear critters. But when you're hearing other noises,
That's when the full strangeness of the situation clicked into place. The occasional sound of a duck broke through here and there, but every other creature in those woods had gone quiet. That stark contrast was deeply unsettling, and it left Tommy and Rachel wondering whether something lurking just out of sight was responsible for both the eerie hush and Badger's growing distress.
I mean, do you feel like that, honey? What? Like we need to go somewhere else? No. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we haven't heard critters. I mean, we heard a duck, but we haven't heard critters. Yeah, it's... I don't know.
Maybe we're freaking ourselves out.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to. I don't let myself get freaked out.
Yeah.
Because I know for 99.99 things...
As the night wore on, the atmosphere only got heavier. Tommy describes picking up bizarre noises drifting across the lake. Sounds that didn't line up with anything in their experience of local wildlife.
Noises across the lake. I'll walk down here and see.
Then Rachel caught something Tommy had completely missed, a sound that ratcheted the tension up another notch, as though the darkness around them was hiding something they had no way of identifying.
He'll come over here, but he won't go over there.
Yeah, over there, he's like, nope. See? You know, we have no problem running off, or not running off. We have no problem starting the van and driving out of here and going to find another place to stay. I don't feel like we're going to have to do that. I mean, do you feel like that, honey?
What?
Like,
Tommy couldn't let it go. Despite the anxiety building inside him, he felt compelled to dig deeper and get it all on camera. He switched on their LED lights and stepped out to scan the area around the van, hoping to spot whatever was out there stirring up all this unease. What followed?
So, let me turn the LED lights on real quick.
Only made things worse. Badger, who was usually bold and full of energy, crawled straight into Rachel's lap, visibly shaken by whatever was outside. Both of them watched as he locked his gaze onto one single spot and refused to look away.
Badger out of the van because we're sitting out here. And this boy got up in Rachel's whole lap. He's afraid of... Well, he's staring in one specific direction.
Then, a noise erupted right beside the van, sending a fresh jolt of dread through both of them. It was impossible to ignore any longer. Something was wrong, and they had to figure out what to do.
We were on the phone and found another wildlife area.
They stuck it out through the rest of the night, but by morning the decision was made. They were moving on to a different area.
Found another wildlife area, actually pretty close to the one we were at, so we decided to...
Entirely. Yet the question that lingered was impossible to shake. What exactly had produced those sounds, and why had Badger reacted so severely? Could it have been some unfamiliar animal passing through? Or was there something far more sinister hiding in those trees? To this day, nobody has a solid answer.
Testament to where we said we messed up, just headed out to the Rockies, because this is deep in here, and it's literally 25, 30 miles from our home base. The area around your home base, close to you, you don't have to travel 1,000 miles to...
Strange wildlife encounters come with the territory when you're living remotely, but there's a different kind of dread that sets in when your own pet is picking up on a threat you can't see or name. Luckily for Tommy and Rachel, the van life setup meant that leaving was always an option the moment things felt too wrong to ignore. If nothing else...
Well, the fish here have just been jumping all day. Of course, it's raining right now, so it's kind of slowed everything down. But one thing about this rain, I love the sound of rain on the forest floor. I love the, you know, like the rain on rain.
Their night at Tishomingo is a powerful reminder that in the wild, Your animal's instincts might just be the most reliable early warning system you've got.
You know it. But it's just so nice to sleep when it's raining.
Kevin is someone who genuinely thrives in the outdoors, camping, hiking, and bedding down in forests and off-the-grid locations, all of which he documents on his channel, Small Plots. His content tends to be easygoing and satisfying to watch, but in this particular upload, something unfolded that had him rattled from dusk until dawn. He'd set out to do a stealth camp in a questionable patch of woodland.
Camping, where I'm going to camp tonight. It's an incredibly sketchy area, kind of right at the edge of a city neighborhood and an industrial zone with a little bit of light commercial mixed in. You're watching Small Plots with Kevin. I'm Kevin. We got about an hour before dark, so I'm moving. I'm going. We're a little behind schedule. It's okay. But probably the less amount of time I'm there, the better, because of the aforementioned.
After a brief trek on foot, he scouted out a decent spot and got his tent pitched.
It's kind of a big pain in the butt, to be honest. There's rocks in the ground on one side, a big root in the other. Still the best spot around here, especially because I'm really running out of daylight here. Not a ton of time before the sun sets. The best part about this tent setup is there's trees right there that I can easily just hang a ridge line and just easy tarp it. Don't have to figure anything crazy out. I want to do that soon. Any semblance of sun has made way for overcast skies, or, you know, it's just setting. I can see kind of some yellow in the distance, but any clearness in the sky, rather, is completely gone. Total overcast, no drip drops yet, but I can feel them in my bones.
Once night fell, he cracked open a cold one and got comfortable inside his tent, chatting to the camera over his drink before winding down for the night. And that's the moment things took a turn.
It's got to be a rain alarm for the airport right over there. I've heard that before when I've been camping in the vicinity while it was raining. They're like, oh God! Something just ran by the tent. It was the lights in my eyes, I couldn't see anything. Had to have been a deer. Whew! I saw like movement and this lights in my eyes. It must have come like right down a hill here and ran across. Oh man. Oh man. That was 3 feet from me. I don't see any eyes looking back. I don't think. Wait, I just thought I did. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Between the eerie alarm happening over at the airport and whatever it was that just ran past me about 3-4 feet in front of me, I think it's safe to say I'm a little bit on edge. I'm just sitting here, letting my eyes get used to the darkness, scanning. I don't see anything. I don't see anything on the quote-unquote horizon, the top of the berm. I don't see anything in the dark. I don't see lights. The only thing that makes me think it wasn't a deer was I didn't hear any crashing before or afterwards. Deer are not like that subtle. And I didn't hear any crashing before it came in. Maybe when I listen to the video I will. But I didn't hear any crashing before or after. I just heard something run past me. I'm sure the camera picked it up. It was like right there. Whew, eerie. Of course my brain keeps going like, what if it was a person? But I don't think a person would be that light on their feet.
Whatever showed up out there genuinely unsettled him. That uneasy feeling that something was wrong never left him for the remainder of the night. He still can't pin down exactly what it was, and the strangest detail is just how silent the whole thing was. A deer or any large animal would have produced obvious sounds, snapping twigs, shuffling leaves, but there was practically nothing. That question is still unanswered. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Audie Roper was going through old family photographs from a camping trip taken years earlier, when something in one particular shot caught her eye. A picture snapped outside a church. Her family was gathered together in the foreground, but lurking behind them was a faint human-like shape that didn't seem to belong. She posted the photo to the internet, and the overwhelming consensus among those who saw it was that what appeared in the background was a ghost. To this day, nobody has come up with any other explanation. Grizzly Gaz is out in the wilderness with his dog Fendi, searching for the right spot to pitch his tent. It's March 2022, and the surrounding forest feels completely lifeless. The trees are stripped bare, the ground is frozen, and everything has that hollow, desolate look to it. But even from the opening moments of the footage, there's this nagging sense that something isn't right, like the forest itself is concealing something dark. That gnawing feeling of dread creeps in early, and it only intensifies as the hours pass.
Now we're just gonna chill out for a bit.
Even so, none of it is enough to drive Gaz away from spending the night in these unsettling woods with Fendi close by. Then, around 1 in the morning, everything shifts. He suddenly picks up the sound of something moving just outside his tent. His first thought is that it might be the same group of kids he'd noticed earlier, causing trouble and messing around near his camp. He grabs his flashlight and heads outside to investigate, but what's waiting for him out there is something far more chilling than he bargained for.
Gonna see if there's I had some kids earlier just running about, messing about. So if I find them, I'm gonna put me little.
Initially, Gaz figures he'll have a bit of fun and pretend to be a police officer, hoping to frighten off whoever or whatever has been lurking around his campsite. What he doesn't realize is that this little joke is about to turn on him in a way he never saw coming. Then, without warning, he hears the unmistakable wail of a baby crying directly in front of him. But when he shines his light forward, there's absolutely nothing there. Panic takes over, and Gaz scrambles back to his tent, his heart hammering in his chest. It dawns on him all at once, this is no group of kids playing games. Whatever is out there in the dark is something far more sinister.
That's about enough excitement for one night. What do you think?
Getting away from that crying sound may well have saved Gaz's life, but the unsettling question remains. Just what, or who, was lurking out there in those woods, tormenting him at 1 in the morning? Omar, the man behind Men's Life, has built his reputation on venturing where most people refuse to go. Haunted forests, forgotten cabins, and locations that carry a deeply unsettling energy. But on December 29th, 2023, he found himself heading back to a forest he had promised himself he'd never return to. It was the same stretch of woods where he and his friend Blake had previously stumbled upon a hidden abandoned cabin, a place that felt deeply wrong the second they crossed the threshold. This time he's making the trip solo.
We went to a certain point, heard some whistling and some people, so we turned back. But I kind of got intrigued and I wanted to see maybe if there's another cabin down here or if there's anything else that we missed. But just, you guys know in the nighttime, it's so nerve-wracking. You just want to get the hell out of there. You never really know who's hiding in these forests. But yeah, I think today I'm going to try and go a little bit further the best I can. I don't know. I think we're just going to have to go with the flow, guys, and just kind of see what's up. Kind of looks like this was an old quarry or something, just the way it kind of goes down. Oh yeah, look at that. That was the car. I was almost certain that was like a bumper or something like that, or like the back of a car. So I think, yeah, this is the way up to that cabin. Now a lot of you guys actually commented saying that it was a hunting cabin, but this is public land. This isn't owned by anyone by any means. I did do some research on it, and this was apparently a place where a lot of people came and just dumped a bunch of random crap. So that could explain why we found a bunch of things.
The goal seems straightforward enough. Stay one night inside that cabin and get to the bottom of whatever he and Blake had encountered on their first visit. But as Lomar pushes further into the forest, something immediately feels different. The air thickens, the temperature drops, the sounds of the world behind him fade away, and that familiar dread starts pulling at him again, the creeping sensation that he isn't out here by himself.
As of right now, feel like I'm being watched. Like instantly. I hear people walking in the woods. Maybe that's an animal? The hell is that? I'm so confused right now. Alright. I think that was helicopter or a plane or something up there. Oh my god, what was that? Guys, I literally just got here and I'm already hearing stuff. What the what's that? I was in the middle of a cinematic. What the hell was that? That came from in the forest. Something doesn't feel right. Something feels...
The further in he gets, the worse that feeling becomes. It's the exact same unease he remembered from his last visit. That low, persistent alarm going off somewhere deep in his gut. His instincts are screaming at him that something isn't right. And with each step forward, the feeling of unseen eyes on him only intensifies. And then it happens.
This is weird. I kind of feel like I get the sense that people come here and do really weird things. Oh my god. The hell was that? Straight up heard movement behind me. I think someone's down there. Like right over there. I don't know, that was really weird. That sounded like it came from the path. I think there's one individual here somewhere. I don't get the sense that there's many, but I get the sense that there's like at least one. I don't see anybody. Oh shit! Oh. Holy shit. They just noticed me. They just noticed me.
Faint noises drift out from somewhere between the trees, and suddenly a sharp whistle pierces the silence. Fear shoots through him instantly. He is not alone out here. Whatever is sharing these woods with him, it isn't keeping itself hidden anymore.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me. What is that person doing down there? This is so fucked up. Okay. Oh. What the fuck? What the f? Okay. Okay. I'm literally tearing right now, guys. I think someone's trying to actually find me. There's no dog, there's no nothing.
The whistling comes again, closer this time, and unmistakably deliberate, now accompanied by heavy banging sounds crashing through the trees. His spine goes cold as the questions flood in. Is there someone out there actively tracking him, or has this place finally gotten inside his head?
I just don't know where you went. Because that was a whistle and clapping. Holy shit. I'm never gonna get out of here. He's just on the path.
Something, or someone, is moving through the forest around him. He can hear the soft crunch of footsteps, shifting and circling. Panic takes hold. Lomar drops behind a tree and goes completely still, barely breathing. This is no longer just a feeling. He could genuinely be in danger.
Get out of here. Appreciate you joining me on another vlog and an escapade. This is too sketch for me. I'm gonna leave this recording, and if he's there, I'm gonna try and get his face. Maybe I can show this to the police. Either way, I'm booking it out of here. Whoever it is, though, I don't think he knows where I am because he hasn't come like right in front of the path over here. He seems to be down that way. Okay. Zipper up my vest for a second. Oh my god. Okay. Regardless of what happens, I'm gonna leave this uncut till I get out of here. Then I'm ending the vlog.
Deciding that pushing onto the cabin would be reckless, Lomar scraps the overnight plan entirely. Heart hammering in his chest, he shoulders his pack and turns back toward the tree line. Each footfall feeling like it echoes too loudly, the thought of whatever might be following him, driving him to move faster.
I hope he's not right there. Either way, I got a knife. It's ready. I think he went back farther down that way because I did not hear anybody come down in this direction. Oh my god, guys. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. I'm just gonna end this here.
Gripping his knife tightly, Lomar cuts through the forest as quickly as he can, focused on nothing but getting out. He makes it to safety, but whoever or whatever was out there in those trees that night, the answer is still nowhere to be found.